First I want to say, again, what a privilege and honor it is to work with each and every one of you. It's really quite extraordinary. And to be invited into your midst and feel the power of your talent and the amount of intellect that is here, all because of music, is really quite humbling. And I'm just thanking. Also, I want to say what a sheer delight it is to share a concert with a composer that I admire every day of my life, which is John Musto. Really splendid. I wonder how it would have been in Mozart's time. A couple of composers got together. Anyway, very nice. I'd like to just say a little bit about the commissioned works for this evening. And you heard the Neruda songs, so beautifully sung and performed. When Rosemary called me, she asked if I would accept a commission, and I said absolutely. And the Neruda songs are the result of that commission. However, she also said, did you know that Marcia Brown and her partner Janet are philanthropists and are great supporters of SongFest? And I didn't know that. And I said, oh, that's interesting. Then about a half hour after that, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, you know, Marcia Brown she's a legend. For her children's books and her illustrations, she really is the picture book legend in the country. And so I said to Rosemary, hey Rosemary, why don't I set Stone Soup as a gift for Marcia Brown? And Rosemary said, really? And I said, yes, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to set Stone Soup. And would that be okay? And she said, yes. And so, so Stone Soup was added to the commissions, and it really is a gift. Then I called Rosemary and said, Rosemary, I have a text I wanted to set for 30 years. Can I set the text? And poor Rosemary, she wanted to turn the faucet off. You know? But she very graciously then just allowed me to make one more piece, which is Donal Oge, which we will also hear this evening. I wish that Marcia and Janet could be with us. They are quite elderly and are no longer making long treks. We thought about Skyping into their living room, Skyping the concert, which we may do in the future. But they are with us in spirit. I guarantee you that their energy is in this room. And again, thank you so very much for inviting me into your midst. And I'm humbled and look forward to keeping up with each and every one of you in the future. So here we go.
The soldiers stopped first at the house of Paul and Francoise. It has been a poor harvest. The three soldiers went on to the house of Albert and Louise.
Could you spare a bit of food? Do you have a corner?
Spare to the soldiers who came before you. Our beds are full, said Louise. At Vincent and Marie's, the answer was the same. It had been a poor harvest, and all the grain must be kept for seed. So it went all through the village. Not a peasant had any food to give away. They all had good reasons. One family used the grain for feed. Another had an old, sick father to care for. All had too many mouths to fill. The villagers stood in the street and sighed. They looked as hungry as they could. The three soldiers talked together. Then the first soldier called out,
"Good people!"
The peasants drew near.
"We are three hungry soldiers in a strange land. We have asked you for food, and you have no food. Well then, we'll have to make a stone soup."
The peasants stared. Stone soup? That would be something to know about.
First we'll need a large iron pot.
The peasants brought the largest pot they could find. How else to cook enough?
That's not too large, but it will do. And water to fill it, and a fire to heat it.
It took many buckets of water to fill the pot. A fire was built on the village square, and the pot was set to boil. Those were easy enough to find. The peasants' eyes grew round as they watched the soldiers drop the stones into the pot.
Any soup needs salt and pepper.
Children ran to fetch salt and pepper.
Stones like these make jolly good soup. But if there were carrots, it would be much better.
Why, I think I have a of beef hanging in the cellars. They ran to fetch them. A rich man's soup, and all from a few stones. It seemed like magic. Now that we know how to make soup from stones.